Damn. I feel friggin' bad.
You look good, so it's okay.
Thanks, man. I know. I feel bad for waking up late. Lance should be here with us right now. But I woke up late. I didn't set an alarm. All right. I've just been loving the fact that it's my day off. So we're here now, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Polytickin Podcast. All right. It's the boys. It's episode 123.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hello, Marcus.
Let's get it.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I got it reversed. Fuck. As easy as ABC. I'm a hello, Marcus at Sefa, man. Y'all know what it is, all right? Sefa is back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're doing things. You know what I'm saying? We're figuring things out. And yeah. All right. Sorry. The energy's a little down right now because, again, I feel bad and I just woke up. So I'm trying to just, you know what I'm saying, figure it out.
Shut up, bro.
Shut up.
Fine.
Okay. I'm sorry. But
you know,
what's going on?
Damn. I got so many things I want to talk about for my catch up. It's like, yeah, that's why I have a podcast. That's why.
Yeah.
Y'all know
we
what
can space it out, brother.
Yeah, no, we have to talk about it all in one.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna get you the perfect person to talk to this about. So I got you. Welcome to the Polytickin Podcast. Y'all know what it is. If y'all want to support us directly, come on down to the Patreon, patreon.com/the Polytickin Podcast. Pay $5 or more. There's some other options to get an extra episode every week, extra content. I know we've been slipping because I've been out, Mark has been out, Lance been being father of the year.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So we've been slacking. I will not lie, we've been slacking, but I'm back home. Barring any unforeseen situations, I ain't going nowhere, you know, and we're gonna get back to work. We're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled program. Appreciate everybody in the Patreon who've been thugging it out with us. You know, y'all ain't left, and we appreciate y'all. Everybody listening on the weekly, man, think about it. Come on down. You get the video 2 days early. You get an extra episode every week. You know what I'm saying? I get to join the community, comment, post, you know, message us directly, all that. So, and it's for as little as $5. I mean, what is that? I just got back from America, and ain't nothing $5 no more. It ain't. Ain't nothing $5. So if you could do anything, you can support us as well. You know what I'm saying? So come on down, man. Check us out. Also, if you want some more Lance and Marcus, going down to the Pacifica movie starter kits. They are revamping. They're figuring it out. They're doing a whole lot more than me and Lance did with the Way Back Wednesday podcast. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Check them out. They coming back. They plotting right now. They planning it out. And also, if you want some sports take, I'm like rusty right now, but I'm gonna get back to it.
It's all good. Yeah, he's getting back into the groove. How Sefa got his groove back. Yeah,
yes. And also, you know, if you want some sports takes from some, you know, Polynesian sports watchers, going down to the Polynesian podcast. Lance and Forrest, they will feel.
Forrest is a literal coach, bro. he's a coach. Coach Forrest.
They'll fulfill your every need when it comes to sports. So going down there, check them out. Shout out to Lance, shout out to Forrest, shout out to all the guests. And yeah, now we're back. Polytickin Podcast, episode 1, 2, 3. Let's get to it. My brother, how have you been?
I've been friggin' terrible, bro. Terrible. Okay, I've been terrible since you've been out in SAC. Okay,
I'm sorry.
No, what's today? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Saturday. I was coming back from somewhere, bro. Oh no, I was coming back from like running errands and shit. And so I don't know. Actually, no, I'm tripping. I was coming back from the cemetery.
Can you make up your mind?
I know, I forgot. I'd be forgetting. I just want to get to the meat of the story. But I was coming back from the cemetery. And I went and got some drinks and stuff. I was thirsty. Got some Starbucks. And on the way home, my friggin' my left awanga started cramping while I was driving, bro.
Yeah, that word
is so funny. That word is so funny, bro.
Wait, you're so the inside, not your hamstring?
Yeah. How
does that even? What was you doing? You was doing Kegel.
Isn't the awanga the hamstring? No, the Awonga is the inner hamstring, isn't it?
Well, it's the inner thigh. The hamstring is the backside of your leg.
Well, I guess it's my hamstring then. It's not my I guess not my Awonga.
I was about to say because you was doing some freak boy workouts with your inner thigh. Like, did you do the one where you put you put your legs wide and you close them? You do that one?
No,
Don't lie. Don't lie. You mean is that what you was
There's
doing?
a whole machine for that, bro. That's so crazy. No, I was not doing that shit.
Marcus,
but that
don't lie.
exercise is so crazy, bro.
He trying to get it tight, get it right, get it right, get it tight.
Yo, that machine looks so crazy over there. But nah, I've never been on that. It wasn't that machine. I don't know what it is. It's just general, overall lack of fitness and shit. But
wait, did you do the one where you lay down? You lay down on your belly? No, you lay down on your belly, and then you lay down on your belly, you lift your legs up like this. You do that one?
I didn't do it that day, but I have done that one. I've done that on the machine.
I hate that one, bro. It makes me feel so vulnerable.
One. Yeah.
Nah, it's like you tooting it up in front of the whole gym.
You're not tooting it up, bro.
Yes, you're
just lifting your legs up, bro. That's it. You're not. Are you putting your butt up? This will let.
I'm just saying, it's like it's so vulnerable. Like your back is exposed. Your butt is just out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got your leg kicking up like you're that freaking girl kissing the sailor at the ship. When he got back from war. Like,
right.
It's just it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I can't do that in public. I need one of those in my house. But then again, having one of those in my house would be kind of crazy.
That's crazier.
Yeah, so
I mean, there's better versions of that exercise, so you ain't even got to do all that. You can sit up and work that muscle that you always on your belly for.
Yeah, like I always thought, like, why don't they just let it so where you could sit up?
Yeah.
Like why do you have to lay down and toot it like that? Like,
I think maybe it hits a different part of that leg that you're exercising. I don't know. These fucking fitness nerds. I don't know. I guess.
So you was doing Kegel exercises, and then
right. I was tuning it up, and then So I'm driving back from Starbucks, and my hamstrings was it was cramping, bro, and I had to sit there just fucking like, ugh. And normally that drive from the Starbucks that I was at to my house it's not a long drive, maybe 5 to 10. But it felt like 2 hours, bro, because I'm just sitting there in pain. My leg is and my leg is just tightening up. So I'm like,
you was trying to out thug a cramp. You didn't want to stretch.
Yeah, I was trying to, bro. While I'm driving, stretching out while I'm driving. I didn't want to stop, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't want to stop and get out. Nah, hell no. I was thugging it out, bro. I was sitting there sweating, bro. Drinking my drink. I'm like, oh man, fuck. And then, dude, I get to like the halfway mark, like close to my house, and then, bro, my other leg started cramping, bro. My other hamstring started cramping, and I was just like, oh god, just dying, bro. And on top of all of this, bro, I had to take the meanest piss, bro. Like it was bad. Like the dam was about to break, dude. And so I'm sitting in my car in traffic, just getting attacked from all three angles. And I was just like, oh God, bro. And at this point, stopping is not an option. Stopping is not an option, bro. I can't, because I'm going to struggle to get out the car and I might end up pissing on myself, looking for a place to go piss at. And my legs is dying. I might fall into my piss again. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro. And so I get home. I park the car. And my legs are, again, cramped. So it took me at least 5 minutes to get out the damn car because I'm sitting there. I was just holding on to dear life. And then I get to the bathroom, I handle my business. But, it was a hard one to let go because, again, they're cramping. So I'm standing there like, it was bad, bro. It was bad. But I got through it. You know what I'm saying? Through the power of Jesus Christ. I got through it. You know what I mean?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Look, he got me through it. You know what I mean?
Jesus looking down at you like, you should have stretched. You should have.
Yeah, man. The Lord was looking out for me, man. My family, who I visited at the cemetery, is looking out for me because now I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm here. I made it another day.
I'm still alive.
I'm still alive. Sure. Did you
lie.
die though?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you said you was getting hit by all angles, like 3 different sides, and I feel like you was just getting hit by one.
Just one in the front.
The one is bad decision making. That's it.
Oh.
So you went to the gym and then you went to the cemetery and then you went to Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what time was it? He was in the morning. He was a busybody over here. This guy, he outside. He outside.
He's outside, tooting it up,
tooting it up in the gym. Going to the semi, smoking one with the homies, and then hitting Starbucks.
Have you ever cramped up while you was driving? Because I've seen it a couple times. Like I've.
No, because I don't really go to the gym, so I don't really. But for 7th grade or 8th grade, I forget. We went to the pool. Went to Raging Waters.
Oh God!
And you know how you swimming, you're moving around, but you don't really feel like you're moving around. Yeah. So we was on the bus going home, and I was sitting in the aisle seat, and because the bus you can seat 2 people, and I was sitting in the aisle, so I was close to the aisle, but my right hamstring started cramping up.
Oh,
or no,
man.
My right calf. It was a Charlie horse. My right calf, and I remember it was a girl I was sitting next to. She was hella cool. I thought she was cute or whatever. So we was talking, and in the middle of talking, bro, my legs start cramping. And I had no motion or nothing. I was just like, oh, how was the water? Like I was hella, but she was talking, so I was listening and
breathing through your mouth.
Yeah, bro. And so my legs start cramping, and I'm sitting there talking to her, and I'm like, and I shift my whole body to the left, and I just put my leg out in the aisle, and I'm stretching my leg, but I'm still turned this way, like, oh yeah, you went on the slide, and she's just looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? But that was the only time that I could think of where it was like an inappropriate time to have a cramp.
I had a cramp after football practice in high school. Like we would take a knee and the coach would be talking to us, and then all of a sudden it just and then it fucking got me on the floor, bro. I was just sitting there and the coach was talking. And I ended up I sat up on my butt and tried to stretch my leg out and stuff. And the whole team was looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Wait, you play football?
Yeah.
What position? D-tackle?
Freshman, I was the D-tackle in freshman year, but sophomore year, I moved to O-line. I was in the trenches.
What?
Yeah, I was a right tackle.
Why did I never know that? I knew Ioane played football, and I didn't believe it, but I seen a picture of it, so I guess it's true.
Yeah. I played 2 years in high school. It was cool.
But do you have like pictures? We need it for the picture.
No, it might be on Facebook. I'm not sure, but I used to play football in high school. They had to get a custom made helmet for me because my head was too big for the helmets they had over there.
see, that would have been me if I even had some kind of sense of discipline to work out. That would have been me though, because like a size 8 fitted don't fit my head.
What if he was to cut your hair?
Well, I wouldn't do that for football. I wouldn't even work out for football.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you were to like cut your hair and fit a size 8, you think you'd fit a size 8 if you were to cut your hair?
I don't know. Remember, because I told you my head is lumpy.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. How about you? Did you have hair back then?
I used to cut my hair. Yeah, I know you was being.
It wasn't disrespectful. I was just.
Huh?
I don't know when the bald part started. Like, I don't know when you started being Professor Xavier. I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, I kept my hair short all through high school. I had a 1. It's not that far from a 0. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I had it was buzzing up there. But yeah. No, my head's big. Big. With or without hair, my head's always big.
No, we
You know.
know. I was just saying. I'm
Yeah, I barely fit an 8. Like I remember my Uso Frankie had a 8 3/4, which I didn't even know existed, and
I
that
didn't
shit
know that
fits
either.
snug on my yeah.
What?
It was a 3/4 or 1/4. Either way, if you add in a quarter after the 8, that's a big ass head.
I didn't
You know what I'm
know it
saying?
went beyond 8.
That's what I'm saying too. I was like, whoa, what the? So he gave me this nice ass Browns hat that was like 8 3/4 or 1/4, and that shit fits snug on my head, bro. I was like, oh, my head is big as shit, dude.
I,
I
I
need
don't
customs.
I don't know if this is normal, but my dad used to do it. Do you tuck your ears in or no?
No, no, I keep my
Okay.
ears out.
I
I
feel
was
like
considering that too. That's crazy.
yeah. I feel like I would have to tuck my ears in because boy, I
Yeah.
got some dumbos. I look like if
No,
I
my
turn my head too fast, a gust of wind will just lift the house up.
no,
Yeah,
my
no,
ears
look.
are firmly intact. No, you're not gonna show it. Show it.
I mean, you can't really see it.
Oh,
See, look, you can
oh
see it
yeah,
a
yeah. The
little.
angle.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and they're a little pressed right now, so it don't look too bad. But once you start, you know how
Yeah.
you know, how you had the what is it like the little? It's not styrofoam, but you had that little the microphone top, and it just slowly like a sponge. Yeah,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. My boy's
I'll start.
ears is all lobe.
You know what I'm saying? All of that. um. Okay. Shout out to you. Stretch a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right.
Yeah, I know. I gotta stretch. Yeah, what's up with
Um.
you, bro?
So there's because I'm back. I'm officially back in Canada,
Mhm.
and there's a few things different. Um. There. All right. So I had to talk with my girl yesterday, and bro, you this is serious. So I'll say the serious part, and then I'll talk about the other stuff later. But this part is a little serious.
Okay.
I feel I feel low key like I low key feel invincible.
Okay.
Um, looking back
Why is
and
that?
yeah, no,
Yeah, like, yeah, why is that? Yeah. Uh huh.
looking back and just the going through the motions and then just seeing everything, especially when I was on a plane, like being able to see Sacramento go out the window and going back home. Uh, I'm looking back at everything and I'm just like, yo, this is one of the 2 days that I feared the most in my life. And the fact that we can look back at it as being done, I'm here and I'm like, bro, there's nothing that could happen that would shake me. Like
Mhm.
I mean, that would shake me as much. You know,
Mhm.
something happened to me, whatever. I mean, my girl, and whatever. That definitely is different. But in terms of in general, like in my life, I've always said that those 2 days with my parents are like that's gonna be the worst days of my life. And so now that one of them is gone, and it was hard, it wasn't easy, but we got through it. We thugged it out as a family. And I'm looking back like, yo, if we could do that, everything else is a cakewalk. Like
Bro.
I'm literally like a diet, exercise, work, fixing a house, like everything, getting money. I'm just like,
Mhm.
bro, all of this stuff is here compared to where we just
Mhm.
came from and what we just did. And I'm just
Yeah.
like music, like all of this. Like I'm just, it's a different type of clarity and it's a different type of inspiration. It's a different type of motivation to where if anything, whatever is on my plate at this moment and moving forward, I'm like, this is nothing. Like, do you know what I just did? Do you know what I just
Yeah.
did? Like, do you know what we just had to do? And so, like, on one hand, I am sad. I understand life is life, and this is part of it. And so, I'm doing my best to accept things and to keep pushing. You know, not move forward, but move on you know, with all
Mhm.
these things. But at the same time, bro, I'm just like, I feel, bruh, like I'm like,
Because
what's up? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what we got to do? Like it's
Mhm.
just a different type of just invincibility where I'm just like, bro, they could throw 100 things at me. Them 100 things stacked up, accumulated, whatever you can add them up together, you could times it by a million. It's never gonna add to the stress, to the heartache, to the heartbreak, to the turmoil, to all of the stuff that we
Hmm.
just made it through. And so I'm
Right.
just, bro, like I'm just like it's whatever. It's like I feel my cousin Ruben
Yeah.
always say that
Yeah.
it's whatever. It's like that's what I feel like, bro. Like it's yeah, no, I don't know. Am I tripping? Am I tripping?
No, 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 no. I was gonna say like now it makes all those things that you mentioned, the diet, the music, the pods, the everything that we was stressing over. It makes those 100 times easier to achieve now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because now you're learning to deal better with that stress that comes with them things that we thought was super big. But
yeah.
then wait, hold on. I just felt dealt with something super big back at home. So
Mm-hmm.
this shit is nothing now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. No, you're not tripping at all. That's the kind of clarity that we definitely want to get to. You know what I'm saying? When a bad loss happens in our life, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
sometimes it takes a couple of losses. It takes more than one loss to get to that kind of clarity, dog, because I mean, I lost mine early, so I didn't have that. I didn't know how to do that. It wasn't until losing the old folks here at the house where I was like, okay, you know what?
yeah.
No, we need to start doing something and we can do it now. What happened? Oh Jesus. He's blowing his nose, man.
My bad, my bad.
Blowing the nose. Yeah, no, it takes a couple of them, couple of huge losses like that for me
Mhm.
to earn that quality or to earn that clarity. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because now I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't care about what y'all got going on. What we got going on is fucking hard, and we work really hard on what
yeah,
we do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I
mhm,
could give a fuck what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? I could give a goddamn about all the shit that y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing compared to what we doing and what we went through to get here. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So nah, own that shit, bro. You're not
Man,
tripping at all. You know
it's
what I
just
mean?
yeah, it's a different type of liberation, bro. Like
Yeah, brother. Yeah,
I'm
straight
with
up.
what it's whatever. Like honestly, it just
Hmm.
yeah, it's crazy. Like yeah, bring it on,
What
bring
what
it
uh
on.
what advice would you give to people who are dealing with these things who don't have that clarity yet? You know what I'm saying? Who have been through a big loss like you have, but haven't achieved that because it's so easy to slip back into now because to slip back into your original thinking of my life is fucking ruined. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? This fucking sucks. So what advice would you give to those feeling down in the dumps about their life after death? You know what I mean?
I feel I really thank my dad for becoming so saved.
Mm,
Because throughout the whole process, I'm telling myself like I'm finna see him again. Like I really believe that, and I feel like
mm-hmm.
that's a big portion of dealing with this loss is knowing that like this ain't the end. So that's one of the steps for sure. But I also know like I'm realizing in life, bro. Like we like life is life for everybody. It's not
Yeah.
easy. It's not fair. It's not consistent. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many portions of life that's just stuff just happens. Whether it be
Mm-hmm.
good stuff or bad stuff just happens. And in life, we have to figure out ways to manage and to deal with these curveballs. And whether it be religion, whether it be working out, whether it be eating right, whether it be watching movies, whether it be creating, whether it be reading, whether it be listening to music, like there's there's no one right way to do life. But
Right.
the thing is life is consistent in its inconsistency. Life is
Right.
consistent in its tragedy. Life is
Mm-hmm.
consistent in its downfalls, in its, all of these things. And so
Mm-hmm.
whatever works for you works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's not something that's detrimental to your health. Hopefully it's not like relying on drugs or, relying on people or, or not people, but just like pleasing people or searching for validation. Like, it's really life is really what you make it. You hear it all the time, but it really is. And I feel like you gotta like step back and see, oh shoot, the stuff that's working for them ain't working for them, and the stuff that's working for them ain't working for them. And once you like realize that life is this big obstacle, and you are, we live and we just find our ways to deal with this obstacle in our own way. It could be smoking weed and then going to the
Yeah.
gym, or it could be making music and then going to volunteer, or it could be eating something nice and spoiling yourself. Like there's no right way to do life, and people gotta get out of that mindset. Like, oh, I gotta go to school and then I gotta go to college and then I gotta get a job and then I gotta do this
Right.
and I gotta do that. Then I want to travel. Like so many times we get so caught up in seeing the next person and how they're so successful or how they're living life and they appear so happy and joyous. And we're just like, oh, we
Yeah.
must be doing something wrong because they look perfect. But
Hmm.
once you step back and you realize, man, life is all about navigating through it and figuring out which way you want to navigate, which way makes you happy, which people make you happiest, or which people help you navigate through life. Once you do that, once you realize that, everything else kind of falls into place.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking. I'm 33 years old, and I'm barely starting to see that. So
Hmm.
if you hearing this and this is something enlightening, or this is something new, or this is a different perspective, I hope y'all take it. And if it works, then run with it. And if it don't, then just know there's another perspective out there for you to make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said that life is consistent in its tragedy and loss and hurt, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also consistent in joy. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And in happiness and in finding that. You know what I'm saying? So it if it doesn't if do it might not work for you. What everybody else is doing to achieve whatever it is that they're trying to achieve, it might not work for you. So finding stepping back, like you said, and figuring out what does makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Fuck. Yeah, that did get that was a downer.
Yeah,
Jesus.
but there's also this other portion of my catch up. My bad,
What?
I'm talking about. But being back in Canada, bro, like it's crazy how as soon as I got here, it felt like 100 pounds was lifted off my shoulders.
Mm.
Being back in Sacramento for that extended period of time. Uh, hey man, I love my family and I miss my family, but I don't miss being out there. When
Yeah.
I tip, bro, it's just different. Like you understand, it's different. You always on go. You always trying to see what's going on. You always like, who cars that? Who that outside? Do you know them? Blah blah blah, like that, right?
Hmm.
Having my girl out there too kind of amplified it because I know she not from this, and I
Hmm.
know if something were to happen, she may not know what to do. So that was the whole mentality in Sacramento. Back home, just always, just always on go, like just trying to, what's pop, who's this, what's that, open the door lock, make sure, hey, move the car off of the street, like little things. And then
Yeah.
I get here, bro, and it's like Samoa. It's just
Yeah.
like carefree. We go for walks. We eating at any restaurant. We stopping anywhere we want. We getting gas in any neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so, like, I could just feel my chest get lighter. I could feel my shoulders not so tense. I could feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, y-
Hmm.
it's just a different type. Yeah, the same thing. It's just a different type of freedom. And I'm just like, oh, I could live 100 years here.
Yeah.
Like, if the biggest issue is somebody parking in our spot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
yeah, I just nah, man. I don't. I love Sacramento. I love my family. I love everything out there. But I'm not. No, I'm so used to this lifestyle now, bro. I'm
Yeah.
walking out saying hello to the neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking around in Crocs. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm chilling out here, bro. So
Hmm.
yeah, just that whole the difference in being out there and then being able to come out here and just relax and just not be
Hmm.
so tense and not like in cars driving by and I'm not looking to see who it is or cars are slowing
Yeah.
up and I'm not tripping off of whatever. It's just like I love it, bro. I'm chilling. I was hella happy. Went for a walk yesterday, bro. I damn near was. I don't even think it was a walk. I think you classify that as a gallivanting. We were gallivanting around. We were gallivanting around the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Yeah,
That's the
man.
whole point, right? That's the whole purpose of this, right? Is to get to somewhere better. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you come from dire circumstances, like that's the whole point.
Hmm.
Is to finally end up in a place to be like, well, I don't have to worry about that.
No, for real.
That's nice. Yeah. Hell yeah. Good stuff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, man.
That's the dream, bro.
So
Well,
yeah, you know, just getting
fuck, I gotta
Canadianized.
yeah. Yeah. My guy Canada Seth. No, I have to look over my shoulder now when I'm going to the gym. I do that after I
Yeah,
get off of here. So
when you
I
lay
hear you.
down on your stomach, you gotta look.
Yeah, I can just
You
lay
gotta-
down and tune it up when I get there.
hey, come out here and tune it up. You'll be all right, bro.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. There might be a
Yeah.
guy that put his hand on your lower back and say, "Hey, bro, you gotta work on your form, man. You're arching your
It
back."
was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
I got it,
Um.
man.
So yeah. That's the catch up. We had an extended catch up, but it's all good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. First on the list, man. Take us there. Take us there. Talk about it.
Yeah, last Friday was what, May 2nd? It was the second day of the Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival.
Hmm.
Out here in, again, LA, like close to West Hollywood. Very far. But I guess they have a couple of venues that they like screen movies at. But last Friday was the LA debut of Tinā, right?
Hmm.
Directed by Miki Mangasiva, starring Annabella Bolataival as the lead character, Maretta. Man, it was cool, bro. Like that day was cool too, because like I fully expected to go by myself. Shout out to my brother Yosh and my sister in law Lana. Man, they called me up. I was like, hey, Yosh, you gonna go watch that movie tonight? I'm like, oh hell yeah. Oh, you want us to whoop you up? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So the three of us went from out here all the way out there. It was a smooth drive, but god damn, we be forgetting how far Hollywood is from here. And it's
How
such a
long? How far is
different
it?
world. It was like with traffic, it was a solid 30. No, it was just like a solid 45-minute
Oh.
drive with a bit of traffic. But like the traffic wasn't as bad, which is kind of crazy considering it was Friday and we left the house at like 5ish. So it wasn't too bad. The drive was smooth, and the biggest surprise was definitely the parking. The fucking first off, the venue that they had the movie in was called the Directors Guild of America Theaters, and I guess like famous directors have screened their movies there or whatever, and it's really nice. You know what I mean? But the DGA had two separate parking lots for people to park in. One was an underground structure that actually isn't open to the public unless they have events like this, so that was nice. And the other was like across the street, a little more open. I think a public one, but definitely more fuller. So we went underground and got a seat or got a spot really quick, and immediately, bro, even before getting into the structure, we're just like some on, some on, some on, some on, some on, all walking up and down West Hollywood, bro. Like I was just like, oh yeah, no, we're in the right place. So we park, get in the elevator, come up street level, and shit, the structure wasn't even far from the DGA either. It was literally just across the crosswalk, and that was it. We get there, get into the lobby, brother. It is cracking in there,
Mm.
cracking. A whole bunch of our aunties, uncles, and cousins was in there, bro. We were straight chilling, and we didn't expect to see as many people as we knew out there,
Mm.
because first off, obviously we're hella far away from home, you know what I'm saying, and second, like we didn't like we already knew the day before or like weeks leading up before that that Tinā had sold out. It sold out a 600-seater, bro. That
That's what I was
DGA
saying.
theater that we was in,
Your
600
cousins,
seats.
your cousins got tickets the day of.
Bro, no, that's just been well. So the tickets were sold out, but my family got tickets through their family because they live pretty far and they didn't want to make the drive, so they gave up their tickets. And
Oh,
so
okay, okay.
yeah, because again, West Hollywood is fucking far. I understand. Give up the tickets, man. Do what you will, because that shit is far.
Mhm.
So again, a 600-seater, bro, with what looked like not enough or not a lot of online hype, bro. Because I had my brother asking me like, "Hey, it was like did you know that a lot of people was gonna come through here?" I was like, "Hell nah, bro. I just knew that it was sold out, but I mean." Nobody really like. At least my people didn't see a lot of hype for it online, like just through word of mouth, like selling
Mhm.
out the 600-seater for this movie. I was just like, oh yeah, that's tight.
Mm.
That's very impressive. So But another thing too, I don't think the entire thing was filled, because I think again it was just like people who bought tickets but ended up not going, and they didn't give their tickets away. So I think there were still some empty seats, but still selling out a 600 seater is pretty damn good.
That's nice.
So yeah, right. So we get there and we're chilling. Shout out to shout out to Lance's sister, bro. She knew my sister in law. They're close, so she saved us some seats, and we got to the front. And we get into the theater. We automatically see people that we recognize. We see family, people from the church. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all like shaking hands, saying what's up, and then we sit down. We're chilling, and then bro, there was a part where an MC came out. An MC came out and was talking about the movie and what he did. He used to work with the organization that created the film festival and stuff. And he was just giving us a primer for the movie a bit. But they kept saying Tinā. The MC kept saying Tinā, and then there's a part where the photographer comes out, and the photographer's just like, "Hey, we want a group photo, blah blah blah." You know what I'm saying? On three, everybody say Tinā. And then, what I'm saying, we was all like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody corrected him? Nobody wanted to?
No, so you know what? There were a couple, but you know what? He still just went with it. So he was like 3, 2, 1, and then we all said Tinā, but with a little attitude, looking at him. You know what I'm saying? You know how Samoans get, bro. I think they got that little attitude. You know what I mean? Sure he was like Tinā, ese shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was hilarious. After all that, then the movie starts, and I had a good time, bro. There are a couple times where I legit cried. I legit cried. Tears came down a bit, and there were some genuine like laugh out loud moments. You know what I'm saying? But oh man, got some things to say about this movie.
Are you saying it today, or
I'll touch on it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'll touch on it a bit. Yeah, all in all, it was fun, bro. It was a fun experience. It was like, it reminded me of Next Goal Wins, you know what I'm saying? Being in a theater full of Samoans and shit, watching this movie. And it was cool, man. We had a great time. And we talked about the movie a bit when we got inside, or when we got back to the car, which is another freaking, that shit is a hilarious story too. We finally get to the car and we're talking about the movie, and like a lot of things stood out that I'll touch on it a little bit here, but fuck. But overall, I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? I had a good time with the experience of it also. Like, have you heard anything about this movie? What?
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
What?
I feel like you got some slander that you want to get off your chest, and you just don't want to do it because this,
No, I'm gonna do it, and it's not slander. It can't be positive. Oh, what? So critique is now slander.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Oh, calm down. All right, calm down.
No. You said slander.
I'm saying slander. It sound like you have something negative to say, but you keep ending it off with "I had a good time."
I'm trying to figure out a good way to get there. Yeah. A good segue. Good trend. I'm not segue Seth. I'm not good at that, but
okay,
I'll figure it out. I just want to say, like, as far as the movie itself, like, my biggest gripe with the movie was the writing and the screenplay of it all. Because there were just a lot of things that happened in that movie where they would introduce character details about a certain character, but then not expand on it, so they weren't focused. You know what I'm saying? So things were just unfocused and like just forgotten about altogether in favor of the larger part of the movie, which is Maretta over here trying to, big up this choir team, which I'm surprised not a lot of people has really talked about the ending. Like, I feel like there'd be more controversy with the ending, and I don't want to spoil it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be as spoiler-free as possible, but I expected, like, some straight outrage at the end, like because of the ending. And I'm kind of surprised it didn't happen. Maybe it's because of, the hype surrounding the movie overseas. I don't know. Maybe there's the nature of just someone supporting each other without critiquing things. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's hard. It's hard for people to down talk or to say anything negative or critiquing about a movie with the a Tinā that's named Tinā with a Tinā on the artwork. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
Yeah.
I,
If it was The
I,
Rock,
I,
I'm sure. I'm
yeah,
sure
it'd be easy.
everybody would be. Yeah.
You know, I like I'll expand on that a little bit. Like it was like that for me, right? Like I mentioned, bro, I teared up a little bit. There are parts that made me tear up and stuff. But when I think about it now, it's mainly because I felt a deep personal connection to that part. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I cried for that, like this memory that I have of my own family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I took that lens out and looked at the and thought of the scene again, I was like, this is actually stupid and problematic. This
Wait,
kind of sucks.
but why?
Like, and
But why
that
would you?
sucks
Why would you take that lens off?
because I you need to talk about this movie without those kind of things. I mean, maybe you don't need to because the important part of a movie is that it made you feel something and you deeply connected to it, right? But
Yeah.
when you realize that scene, when you think about like this scene in particular, like you realize that this is actually kind of dumb. This is kind of and honestly, it's like it was kind of like a culmination of everything that we've talked about on the show as far as cultural appropriation,
Mhm.
lack of knowledge in the culture,
Mhm.
and allowing outsiders access to what we do here and being a better gatekeeper about
Mhm.
things. Because man, if I was to talk about this scene right now, I think you'd agree with me too that wait, no, that's actually really dumb. And like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah.
there's a very important symbolizing part in the movie that happens that involves a hair clip getting onto the back of the lead singer's hair to symbolize something. And that part in the moment made me cheer up. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because again, I have a Samoan mother. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I've seen that and what it symbolizes, that's beautiful. But then when you take that lens away, you actually realize that this is kind of problematic, dude. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's kind of allowing an outsider in who doesn't know anything. What do we? And it's crazy because these are the things that like I see all the time on like overseas
Mhm.
Polynesian Twitter when they talk about these things. You know what I'm saying? The worst parts is that a lot of this movie, and I don't want to talk about just the bad because I did like this movie. You
Mhm.
know, I did like it. I just have
Let's
some
forget
stuff
that.
to
Talk
say.
about the bad. That's what's gonna get us viewers. You know what
Yeah, shut the no, man, no. Okay, so, um, it was filled with a whole. It was filled with a whole lot without any focus on either of them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like they would and they added in so many like typical movie tropes, like things that we've seen in movies all the time without doing a good job of expanding on them or making or like fleshing them out, sharpening it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're
Mhm.
dealing with grief now. Oh, we're dealing with mental health now. Oh, we're dealing with cancer now. Oh, we're dealing with we're dealing with the magical black person trope who all of a sudden can solve all these white kids freaking problems and stuff. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it's just it takes you out of the movie a bit, and it did the same with my family, my people. Like there was just like they have all this stuff going on, but none of it is focused. You know what I'm saying? Like there were times where we didn't know. There were times where we didn't know that like why or who a character was in relation to the main character and who else. Like they would introduce all these things but just not be focused enough to hone in on what was important, which takes away from the movie, which
Mhm.
takes away from the strength of this movie. But I mean, it it just I don't know. It took me out. There are parts like that that took me out. But what I can't deny is that it made me cry. It
Mhm.
made me laugh. And the deep and the reason for that is again this deep personal connection that I'm gonna make this like a comparison to Next Goal Wins because that was the last overseas movie that came out over here that featured us. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It did a way better job of connecting to its audience than Next Goal Wins can ever think to do. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's why I like this movie so much. And that I hate that you like Next Goal Wins so much. I hate it. I hate
Why?
that you like it. It sucks. It sucks. The movie sucks. Like as a movie, it sucks. And then
See,
when you
that's
watch
it.
Tinā, you're gonna what?
That's 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 the issue that I'm having with you with your breakdown.
Go ahead.
Is you
Okay.
said as a movie, right?
Yeah.
Because that's when you separate. I feel like that's you separating. Like that's you taking off the lens. Is that incorrect? Is that correct in me
Yeah.
saying that? Like you take
Yeah.
off the lens. Like you have how you feel about the movie, but then you take off the lens and you critique it as just a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue. Why
What's
do
wrong
we
with
have
that?
why do we have to strip away our part of our being in order to tell a real interpretation of a movie?
I'm not stripping off any part of my being, bro. What do you?
You just said I have a deep connection with this scene because of I'm Samoan. This is a Samoan movie. But if I look at
Uh-huh.
this scene as like take it away from that. So you like
Bro,
take away your Samoan being and you
see,
watch it as a scene, right? Is
this
that what
is
you're saying?
this is yes, but see, this is why I cannot go into without spoiling it, bro.
No,
And you're gonna feel the exact same way, bro.
what but
You're
I'm
gonna feel
but
it, bro. I
if
know you would.
but
I
if we
just
go
cannot
back
mention it without
if
spoiling the
what we'll
movie.
come back to this scene once more people watched it. I don't know if I'll ever be able to watch it unless it comes online, but
Right.
we'll be able to talk about this later. But I'm talking about next go wins. I'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about next go wins, right?
Just
The
as
the
bro.
importance of representation in America it far exceeds, in my opinion, it exceeds any like quality issues or quality control of the movie. The
If that's how you
idea
feel, then you're doing the movie a disservice
you're
by
talking
not
about the
being
movie, I'm
honest
talking about the
about it.
culture. I'm talking about the people. You're talking
But it
like,
doesn't affect the culture of the people in any way besides being.
bro,
I'm trying to be honest with this movie that I'm
I'm
watching.
in Canada in a theater full of white people watching my
Mm-hmm.
people on a screen. That's never gonna happen, or that's never happened before. Like
I
maybe The
and
Rock,
I don't.
maybe The Rock,
I'm
but
not. I don't want to take away the importance of that. That is important and that is great.
yeah,
Okay. I just feel like that's par for not par for the course, but I feel like that's just it goes without saying that seeing our people on screen is great.
mm-hmm.
It'll always be great. It'll always drive the culture forward. So seeing that on screen is like, oh yeah, it's a fucking given, bro. I'm seeing brown people on my screen right now and I'm loving it. So now that we get past that, now that we figure out that, okay, yeah, this is great. This goes without saying. Now we can talk about it as a movie and be honest about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
see,
again,
but
it does a disservice, bro,
how does it do a disservice?
by not being honest about how we feel about this movie.
That's on. You're
Don't we
being
want don't we want
dishonest.
honesty? Don't we
You're
don't we
being
want
dis.
honesty from our how am I
You're
being
being dishonest.
dishonest?
You
I
said this
just
is
said
how
I
I
took that
feel.
lens off.
No,
Uh-huh.
that's what I mean. Why do we have to take the lens off to be honest? You honestly
You
cried.
don't
You honestly felt something.
Yes, I did.
You separated part of yourself from that interaction to say, I'm just gonna look at this for the acting quality, for the screenwriting quality, for
Yeah.
the that's not the whole movie. The whole movie is a Samoan person, a Samoan mother, a Samoan whatever. That's the whole movie. You taking away the qualities of a Samoan person being in that role, you're being dishonest.
No, that doesn't take away anything, bro. I'm not. Me admitting that I'm crying doesn't take anything away from it at all. And if it strips away, then I guess so be it, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro,
If that's what you
if
think that this does, it doesn't. I don't think it strips away anything. But if that's what you think, so be it, bro. Because I feel
what
like it would be a disservice. I'm not being dishonest, bro.
you just said you
The
felt
most
something,
dope,
but you
bro.
stepped away from it. And you took
Yes,
that lens off. My so look,
yes,
Marcus,
because
give
this
me a food.
scene, bro,
Give me a food that you don't like.
that I
Like
don't like.
that like most people
Um.
like.
Okay, okay. Fuck radishes, beets. I
Beets.
guess.
All right.
Okay,
So
beets.
you eat a beet and you don't feel anything. Dwight
Okay,
Schrute eats a beet and his world is upside down and he is just through the moon.
right.
That's what it's supposed to do. This
But
movie
I'm
right
not.
here may not resonate with a white person or may not resonate with a black person or may not resonate with other people.
It may
This
not
is
resonate with Samoans because of this thing in particular.
well,
It shouldn't
I'm
resonate
not
with us.
I'm talking next go wins. Because I already,
Okay.
I really don't know. You may be right. I may feel some type of way about that. But I'm just saying you're like your dedication to the craft, right? Your dedication
Mm-hmm.
to the integrity of cinematography. That's great, but that's not real. Because really, seeing our people on the screen, well, not real to me. Seeing our people on the screen supersedes any script writing, any acting chops, any of that. it should, because it's for us. It's like that we can talk and we can take the lens off, but it's being dishonest with our experience. You're trying to cater, you're not trying to cater, but you're speaking to it as a fan and a critique of like quality of movie, and that's cool. But as a Samoan, the way we watch it is gonna be different than the way they watch it. That's just the bottom line. And that's what I mean by being dishonest. Like, we should not have to take off a lens to talk about a movie.
Oh man.
I'm just,
Man.
that's how I
No,
felt.
no.
That's how I felt with that, you know. And but
Yeah.
with that being said, if I watch this movie and I was just like, bro, Marcus was right. I'm not saying you're not right with that, because I haven't seen it. You know,
I don't want to take away people's experience of that if they feel like that towards Next Goal Wins and Tinā, bro. Like that's the point. That's what I felt it too. I connected with it too. But like you said, I stripped away that part to like at least with Tinā to like be like, this is kind of stupid. But also with Next Goal Wins, also like it, like now that I look at it, I feel like it's just a character of our people. The same thing that we said about Laughing Samoans a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's there, but that's just our personal opinion, and that's fine.
I feel like if you had that critique with Jonah from Tonga or whatever,
yeah.
like that's valid. Like I get that.
Yeah.
You
know, and you know what? Old Marcus would have defended the fuck out of that movie too. But now that with this thing that we got going and me realizing certain things that like, it's not okay. So yeah, bro, I think it all applies to stupid, for sure, offensive movies or shows like Jonah from Tonga, because you definitely need to strip away the lens of like, oh well, I feel a deep personal connection because he's talking about our people. You have to strip away the lens at that point if it's outright just stupid, outright dumb shit that makes our people look bad. There's definitely a time and place, but I want to apply that filter to every movie that I watch, because I think if we don't, then every movie that gets made by a Samoan is going to be considered good when it's not the truth.
See, but the
right,
thing
it's
is,
like all the other stuff,
bro. The thing is, we don't have they don't give us the slack to fail.
You're right. They don't.
We don't have room to be subpar in this world where we take the lens off. Like, if we don't support our people, who will?
I'm not trying to say to not support this movie. In fact, I wanted to end this on, please, if this goes stateside, because they're trying to have it come stateside. If this does go stateside, buy a ticket and go watch and see if I'm tripping. So we can start talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to discourage people from not having a personal connection to it. I don't want to discourage people from not buying a ticket and going to support, because that was the thing. I wanted to buy a ticket and support. And you know what's crazy is that when I watched the trailer for the very first time, these are the feelings I got watching the trailer, and I was like instantly turned off. I went back to old Marcus and be like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch this. This seems really dumb. But I had to know that like this movie is for us. This is for my people, made by our people, and it's something that I should support. And I love the fact that I supported it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if we're gonna talk about these movies, I feel like, there's sometimes you need to take that lens off of personal connection and realize that like this movie is actually dumb and problematic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, not the movie, that scene.
Yeah.
Certain scenes are dumb and problematic. That's I'm so sorry. I don't want to disservice the movie like that. Yeah. It's not like that the entire movie has certain like parts in the script that I just didn't think was cool. And that's okay. That's okay too. But I know my cousins and my aunties and uncles might vilify me for this just because I'm talking down on another Samoan creator. But I want to sing its praises. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna connect this with
God.
another.
I want to connect this.
Yeah, I want to connect this with another issue that's been popping up.
Oh, okay.
And it's people complaining online about Samoan-owned businesses and quality not being up there.
Okay.
Right?
You might have touched on this before, but yeah. Go on.
Well, in my opinion, it's related. So when you talk about the screenwriting, or when you talk about things that may not be, up to par and needs to be improved, right?
Yeah.
I go deeper than just the movie. We could go into who the people are that are writing the movie, who the people are that are acting in the movie. And the reason why you see these type of movies with our people, primarily like being all the characters or the main characters, it only coming from New Zealand is because from being born and living out there, they have way more opportunities to go to schools, to go
Yeah,
to acting
definitely.
schools, to have more
Come on.
resources and things like that, right?
Hmm.
So we have these very rare instances where a movie with Samoan people are the focal point, and then
Hmm.
it's we've only talked about two, I think, where the primary people are Samoan Polynesians.
Hmm.
In I mean Moana and all that, yeah, but they're not on the screen like that. So we'll talk about Next Go Wins and Tinā. So we
Right.
have these because when it comes to resources, when it comes to neighborhoods that they come from, when it comes to schools, when it comes to money to be able to afford to go to better schools, out there it's a little more limited. Out here it's non-existent, which is why
Yeah.
you don't see films like that out here from stateside, originating from the stateside. So when you
Hmm.
have those very rare instances that
Hmm.
come out and you know that it's not going to be supported by other people, that's the
Hmm.
reason why it's so important that we go ahead and we if we feel these type of ways, the main focus should be support. And that this is not
Yeah.
to you, this is to the people who are complaining about Samoan businesses,
Yeah.
because it's connected, because Samoan owned businesses don't have the luxury of going to places to ask for a loan. We don't
Right.
come, especially in the States, we don't come from places where we could put up a house for collateral, or we don't have assets or resources that we could put up for collateral. Like, we are doing it in the house. We don't have the luxury of buying 1,000 cases of chicken that'll knock off, $3 on every unit. We buying it from the same places y'all buying it. So for everybody that complains about someone on businesses being too expensive or the quality's not being the best, we have to support them at their start for them to then improve, whether it be to upscale to get a better food truck, or to upscale to get a
Right.
better burner, or to upscale to buy more chicken units at once so that it
Hmm.
could be cheaper on the plate. Like, people are they're judging it. Same thing with the movies. Like, they're putting it up against other entities, other communities, other
Okay,
studios
I hear
that
what you're
just
saying.
have
Hmm.
endless amounts of. They can go pick a person from Juilliard, or they can afford to get Hugh Jackman, or they could afford to get the best writers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
I
just
do hear what you're saying. I definitely agree with what you're saying, bro. And
yeah,
uh yeah, I don't. That's an unfair comparison. But what if I make comparisons between Tinā and Next Goal Wins, where they're on the same playing field? If
it's
I can
not.
compare other songs,
It's not.
wow. Oh, right, because it's Taika. You got
Taika.
Michael
It's
Fassbender on there.
like
Yeah,
he the movie
in
that movie
terms
came
of
here
yeah,
in
right,
Canada. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like,
And stateside, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I man, because those are the only comparisons I can make. Because again, Next Goal Wins is from overseas and it came out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only comparison I can make. But you're right, we do, because like we have such set standards from the things that we've seen that are not from our people,
mhm,
right? And I try to
yeah,
filter that out too. I hear you. I understand.
yeah.
Because I can't make the comparison between Tinā and freaking Marvel, whose
Avengers.
budget is
Yeah.
yeah, Avengers, whose budget is in the hundreds of millions and all these things. And no, I get that. I
Yeah.
get that. But I feel like, with even with a shitty budget, you can still make great quality movies. That's what a lot of these directors did before they blew up. You know what I mean? Like
But
their budgets were relatively small. But what? Whoa, not even what?
not even with a budget. Like, you're talking
What?
about Samoan actors, people
Right?
who
Yeah.
probably haven't gone to appropriate film schools, or even
Yeah.
if they did,
Mm-hmm.
they had to go to class but then come home and take care of their family, or they had to go to class and
Right.
then go to work and then come over here to the church. Like,
That's why
what,
this is all in house because yeah. Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Because we
Like,
don't have those. Yes.
it's so many aspects to it that leave us disadvantaged. And so I feel like,
Right.
even if we celebrate a movie that's subpar, the
Mm-hmm.
celebration then in turn gives the studios or gives whoever, oh shoot, hey, that Saw Moore movie did pretty good. We should put some money over there, blah blah blah. And then it gives us more opportunities to improve. It's
Yeah.
like a trickle effect, in my opinion. It'll be a trickle effect to be like, hey, uh, this guy, The Rock from the 90s, in the 90s, they're like, hey, man, this guy's pretty good. We had Akin Sifa or Seeking Alpha, we had all these people, but this guy is different, yo. What can we do with these people? Oh, snap. 20 years later, Roman Reigns is and all of those people are there. But it doesn't
Hmm.
come without us propping up The Rock as the guy to go head to head with
Yeah.
Stone Cold and Undertaker and Triple H. Like,
Hmm.
he plays a pivotal role in what Roman Reigns and them is able to do now. And of course, you got Umaga, you got Rikishi, you got everybody else, of course. But we
Hmm.
had to prop The Rock up, even if he did some promo bits that were corny, even if he went and turned heel, we didn't like it, even if he did all these things. Like, the representation exceeds the lower quality of whatever he might have been at the time. And I
Right.
look at it with the someone owned businesses, and then you could also look at it with some of the movies. Like, it's just, it's we don't ever get a shot. We don't
Yeah.
ever get a shot. So when we do get a shot, like,
Support it.
it's different. But I get where you're coming from. Like, I get we want quality from it, but
Yeah.
you understand it. I don't think everybody else understands it, to where y'all gotta understand we gotta grade this on a curve, because we making this
Mm.
at a disadvantage. We
Yeah.
making this yeah, at a disadvantage. I don't know any other way to put it, but like, yeah.
Like at first glance, when you say it like that, it sounds like we just gotta bite the bullet and promote subpar work. But it's far
Mhm.
deeper than just promoting subpar work. You know what I'm saying? You think their work is subpar because they don't have the same ingredients that you make these comparisons to. Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
the people that we expect. The people that we expect the most help from, which is our own Polynesian people, like we buy the same ingredients as y'all. We're
Mhm.
making it the same way y'all grew up making it. You know what I'm saying? There's really is not that much difference. I just happen to put a price tag on my stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
and and
now
that's
it's like, what?
that's the difference with your critique. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
come from an understanding, and you speak from, I'm just talking about the integrity of it. But when you talk about the integrity of it, not everybody's gonna have that same perspective of understanding we're at a disadvantage when making this movie. People are just gonna
Definitely,
they're
bro.
just gonna take it and be like, I told you that movie was stupid. I told you that movie.
Right.
So this talk ain't even about you, or ain't even to you, because you understand where we coming from. Other
Mm-hmm.
people, they literally are comparing it to Avengers or comparing it to A24 movies or whatever, when
Yeah,
they're not paying attention to everything behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
this is more so for those
Definitely.
people. You know what I'm saying?
And just to throw
Yeah.
this out there, though, the New Zealand Film Commission does have, they sitting on a pretty penny. So,
Who's that?
New Zealand, the New Zealand
Oh.
Film Festival or Film Commission, you know,
Hey, shout out
they
to New
sponsor
Zealand though.
and they.
They sponsored all the music videos. They sponsor
Oh
hella
yeah,
stuff out there. Like NZ on Air. I
oh yeah,
follow
yeah, yeah.
them.
I'm tripping. Yeah,
Bro, they give out money to Polynesian or Pacific Islander artists all the time.
yeah,
So that's why it's so dope out there that they can get all this representation, because the
yeah.
government pump them up. They maybe not as much as they should, because that's their land, but the government does a way better job at promoting them than they do in the states than the states do promoting us. You know?
Definitely, bro.
Yeah.
I could have only come to that understanding like just talking it out with you. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it on the pod, and
Mhm.
that's the ultimate like beauty of movies and these businesses is that we got two fat dudes with a microphone to talk about it on their little podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's ultimately still a love letter to this movie. As much critique as I put on it,
Yeah.
Seth said it best. It was all just through a movie thing. Just the overall support of it is what's important. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The overall going out and watching the movie and having these critiques in your head that you want to talk about this movie moving forward is what's important. So please, again, I encourage you, if it does come stateside, buy a ticket and go watch it and see if I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? We can
Hey,
have a little movie talk. You know
even
what I
if
mean?
even if you can't
What?
go, just buy a ticket. Just buy a
Buy a
ticket.
ticket.
That's
Just
it.
buy a ticket. Fill out another 600 seater for 'em, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's what this is about, you know? And it was cool to like and the experience. Like I'll never strip away the experience of going to a theater full of other Samoan people who we
Yeah.
know or don't know or whatever, you know, filling out this 600 seater. Like that's great in
Yeah.
itself. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And just a movie thing, I do want to sing praises on Annabella, the lead actress. Dude, she acted her ass off, dog.
Hmm.
She was doing things, bro. And Mickey Mangasiva is a great director too. I want to see more. What? What was
No.
that face?
Is 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 that Bull's family?
Yeah,
It is?
yeah.
Okay.
hmm
I just watched
At the
Hollywood
end,
Demons and that was crazy. You
oh
ever seen Hollywood Demons?
no, but it sounds like VH1 True Life
It
or
is.
VH1.
They had an
Yeah,
episode
yeah,
about
VH1
Power
behind the music.
Rangers. It was crazy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is Will's family. I think he's
Okay.
their second youngest brother or youngest or something.
Oh, he's
I can't
young.
remember. He's young. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, he's young.
nice.
He's bro, I'm telling you, yeah. So he did a great job. I need to see more work from him. Annabella Bullets I Vow acted her ass off.
Hmm.
She is exactly why I connected with this movie so much because I seen all the facial expressions in real life that she did. You know what I'm saying? I laugh out loud. I laughed out loud a couple times. So yeah.
I'm
Shout out to
jealous.
Tinā, man. Go watch that shit. Yeah.
Did anybody be like, hey, are you Marcus from the podcast?
No, you know what's funny? Shout out to Val too. We saw each other in line. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And I seen her and I was like, is that? No, I didn't want to be Ma. I gotta get over that feeling of like I gotta get over that.
That's your fault. That's on you. That's not on
Yeah.
Marcus. We don't watch you, every well then again maybe she don't watch the episodes. But we don't see your face every day or every week on a podcast. We don't listen to your voice. So like if you didn't say hi to Marcus, hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of her fault. That's not your fault, brother.
Yeah.
Because you only see her in pictures, so you don't know like the profile. But Marcus be moving his head all over. He like D'Lo Brown up in this thing. So
Yeah.
so that's all her. So what? Y'all seen each other and then y'all message each other later?
Yeah, I did that. I was like, "Dude, that was you." Da, 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 da. And then,
Well,
other than
you
that,
messaged first.
yeah.
Oh, that's your fault then. That's your fault. 'Cause
Oh
you thought
my
about
God.
it. You thought
Just
about
give
it. You thought about it. Like you seen her, you like, is that? And then you connect. Nah.
Yeah.
You should be like, hey,
No, yeah.
hey.
I know, right? I know. I should have. That's what. Yeah. No, man.
No.
Me. Well, so yeah. Shout out to her, man. We seen each other over there. Didn't say hi to Ma. We were to Ma. I got to get over that feeling. Stop being Ma. Go and say hi. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. No,
I know.
nobody
Who
else
do I
though.
think
I'm
I-
surprised. What the heck?
No. No, nobody else did it.
Y'all better tap in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it's funny. So Thursday, when I was at SAC, my auntie was like, let me fix your hair, let me twist you up. And then I was like, nah, it's cool. We'll do it Friday. I leave Saturday. We'll do it Friday. Or no, we'll do it Saturday. I leave Sunday. And so we didn't. So Friday night, we chilling, and then we're like, oh shoot, this is the only day we can go to the casino before you go. I
Oh
said, bet.
shoot.
So we went Friday night, bro. I'm looking a mess.
Yeah.
First of all, I just got back from dinner, but like it was a buffet. And we're gonna talk about that on the Patreon or next week, whatever. But
Yeah.
so I just got back from eating. I was hella full. I had my hair looking all crazy and toe up. We walking around the casino, and I got I'm just walking around. I got a Sefa shirt on. I just printed it, so I got the Sefa shirt on. But I'm walking, and then this dude goes, "Yo, Sefa M," and I was like,
Yeah.
so a dude at the casino, he's like, "Yo, man, I'm a big fan." And him and his girl, she was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And then he was just like, "Yo, man, I'm so sorry for your loss, bro. My condolences." I said, "Man, I thank you very much." He said, and then the girl goes, "Do you want to take a picture?" And then he was like, and he looks at the dealer. He's like, "Is it okay if I step out real quick?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And so he's like, "Is it okay if we take a picture?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So we taking a picture, bro. But I'm looking toe up, and I was like, I can't. I know when I get back on Instagram, he's finna tag me or something. Like it's finna pop up, and I was like, "Dang, I'm gonna repost it because I'm gonna show love." But boy, I'm looking like I need a handout. Thankfully, he didn't do it, and it's probably because I look crazy in that picture. So So thankfully, bro, man, shout out to bro. I think his name was Nate. I forgot his name, but shout out to bro. And it was real quick, but he showed love and thank you for not posting that because your boy, if you dog, it looked like Delonte West up in that mug. And then I got recognized again later on that night.
Hell yeah!
And you know what's the worst part about getting recognized that second time?
What?
He seen me like scoping out a machine, waiting for it to get free. Like I was like in the corner. I was trying to see because there's 4 seats and there's 4 people there. But then I look, I was like, is there 3 people or do I see legs dangling in that last chair? So I'm like over there like this, and I turn and then all I heard is, hey, what's up, Booze? And I turn around and it's this big old Samoan dude, and he got his sons with him. And he's like, yo, man, condolences, man. Your pops was a real one. I was like, I was still in is my Wheel of Fortune machine clear? But
yeah,
I had turned around and I got caught off guard. And then, you know, he said, what's up? Big as hell. You know, he said he was new family. And then his sons was like, yo, man, we listen to you all the time, man. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, please don't ask for a picture. Please don't ask for a picture. And they did it. They did it. But I got caught. So the next day I was like, Etsy, you got to twist me up, man. This is all bad. My mom, and the whole time my mom was like, yeah, I told you should have fixed your hair. You look so stupid right now. I was like, damn, Mom, I didn't know. I ain't trying to I don't think I'm finna get recognized, but
yeah.
That's
wow, our favorite rappers, man, they're just like us.
No, for real. Worse.
Yeah, they're just worse. Yeah. They're just as worse as us.
Yeah. So
hell yeah.
Hey, shout out to the Wheel of Fortune machine though. Hey, I got
some money or what?
I mean, I did, but we if I hadn't, we would have been going within an hour. But since I did, we was there for like 6. And
oh Jesus.
I broke even until I was walking. So we was walking back, and my mom was on some machines, and I was even. I was cool. I had my 400 in my pocket. I was good. I was like, all right, this is exactly what I came with. I'm chilling. My mom started playing. She started hitting on the machine. You know the one with the wolf and the hard hats, like they blow the house down.
Oh yeah. I think so.
She on that one.
Yeah.
So she hitting that one, and I was just like, damn. If she is on here chilling, I wonder if I got time to walk back to my machine back. And it's like, mind you, bro, it's 4:30 in the morning. It's 4:30 in the morning.
1-800-GAMBLER, okay? Use that number, okay? If you need help, 1-800-GAMBLER, okay?
Bro, I'm like, damn, it's probably I don't walk that fast, and they're not gonna check their phones and whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, whatever. So I hop on this machine just right next to her, just kill time, because I had like $22 outside of the 400 that I came with. And so I'm playing it, and so I play that down to like $12 or $13 or whatever. And then for some reason, I hear like people yelling to my left, and I just do one of these, and it's my machine in the front of the casino. I'm like, oh, cash out, give me the voucher. I walk over there, and it's like it's crazy because it's like it's 5 machines, and it's 3 white people on the left side. And then it's a dude in a wheelchair on the right side at the far. So this one in the middle. But like the dude has shifted his chair that he was supposed to be sitting on because he's in a wheelchair. He shifted it towards the other chair. So I'm trying to, bro, I'm literally climbing in that mug, going over the dude in the wheelchair and under the chair. And he's like looking at me. I'm looking at him like, hey, what's up, bro? What you doing? I'm just squeezing right. I go in there. The $12 that I had left over in the voucher went quick. You know, because the backside, it was $3 and $5 bets. So that's what I was hitting on. So that's what I started with. So 4 bets in, it was gone. So I dipped into the phone, you know what I'm saying? I threw the little.
Oh, no, he dipped into the bankroll.
So I lost 100. Man. I lost 100 in general, but
okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was only because I was like, this is meant to be. Like, what are the odds? They must have moved this here like in the last 5 minutes. So yeah, nah. So yeah, that was I lost 100, but that's all. You know, it's all good.
Man, y'all are making me want to like pick up gambling. As much shit as I talk about gambling, y'all making me want to pick it up.
You just have to go in, leave your card at home. Just go in with $100 or $150. That's it. Just leave your card and your phone if you got Apple Pay or whatever.
That's how it starts, dude. That's how it starts.
That's been my strategy. That's been my strategy for the last 6 years, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's, I mean, I ain't been
I
losing
mean,
my
you don't have
mortgage.
the right. Yeah, you don't have the itch to go and play when you wake up, do you? You don't sweat.
Well, no, I do, but I just don't scratch it.
See, I don't want to develop the itch at all,
I'm just
bro.
saying,
It's still Seth just
everybody got an itch. It's
yeah.
just, hey, everybody be itching sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody itch somewhere, whether it's the middle of
Yeah.
your longos or, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hell
maybe. Now
yeah,
you got
man.
me questioning my, anyways.
1-800-GAMBLER, okay? If you need help.
You're enabling us to be
Yeah, I
to get
know.
hooked. And you're
I
part of
know.
the problem. You're like
I
a
know.
drug
I'm in
dealer.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a drug dealer saying, "Hey kids, don't do drugs. Don't do
Don't do
drugs."
drugs. You want an eighth? How much you want? You want this eighth?
All right, man. I know we got more on the list, but we'll talk about it next time. Maybe we'll do another public
I think we're
episode.
good.
We'll do another
Yeah,
public
for sure.
episode Friday. Maybe. Yeah.
Our
We'll see.
schedules are opened up, buddy. Okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah, man. I ain't got much else either, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Again, go watch Tinā. Talk some shit. Do what you need to do. Hit us up everywhere. You know what I mean? Leave us a rating. Leave us a review. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but don't critique
Hit us
us.
up, man. Don't critique us, or
Just
I'm
love
gonna
us.
get very mad.
We're someone on business. Just love us. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Just love us, please, please. You
All
got
right,
anything
man.
for him, bro?
Take us out, man.
This has been another episode of the Polytickin Podcast. I'm Ola Marcus, Sefa. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.